Hey guys, Dr. Patrice Carter here, your coach's coach and the founder of the Breakpoint Coaching Collective and Breakpoint Coaching LLC. I'm super excited, as always, of course, to come by today because I want to share something really important with you, and that is how do you know which coach certification program to choose. Now, I had an amazing conversation with some coaches this morning. Those that are already life coaches, but they're considering walking with me through the Breakpoint Coaching Collective. And they just raised some really good points about different certifications, different certifying bodies like ICF, CCE, IAC, which I'll tell you more about in a second. And it just inspired me to come and do this video quickly to just help people, those of you that are trying to make decisions. There's so many coaching programs out there. There's so many questions that come up about which is the best program to choose. So I want to give you 3 essential practices of an effective coach training program, of course with subcategories broken down, so it's going to sound like more than 3, as well as share some links in the description to the predominant credentialing bodies, which I mentioned: ICF, CCE, and IAC. We are credentialed through CCE, which is the Center for Credentialing and Education, and they're all global. They're all recognized, they're all respected, and they've all been founded for many years. So let's just get started. Just to share with you, I am referencing the work of Gary Collins, who is the author of Christian Coaching, and also Keith Webb, who is the author of the Coach model. And so you can learn more about them by just going on and doing a Google search, but they're incredible. So let's get to it. So in terms of how you should know which program is best for you, is 1, it should offer live coach instruction. And that means it should be live, it should be interactive, and it should be in the moment, meaning that you're learning on the go, you're learning by doing, you're learning by seeing. So it's experiential, it's audio, it's visual, it's hands-on. Also, under that, the instructor should model masterful coaching, and they should have also, as a trainer, taken coach specific training, and they should have passed an exam process based on their coaching skills. So those are all questions that you can ask of the instructor or the school that you're considering. Now also, secondly, the instructor should incorporate discovery and practice, and large blocks of time should be invested in practicing the skill of coaching. That's super important, that hands-on learning and that hands-on experience. Also, the instruction should focus on participants learning, meaning that as a coach trainee coming through the program, it should be all about you learning and not necessarily the ego of the instructor and all about them. It should be all about you. And then also, number 3, the instructor's worldview and matters and what they value should match your own. Now, the practice of that is evident in the sense of you asking the instructor when you interview them in their school, what are their values, what is their mission, what is their vision, and just, of course, having some self-awareness of your own desires and your own values and what you see for yourself and what God is showing you, so that you can match those and align those up. Also, the following practices should be evident in the coach training program that you're considering, and that is you should be able to expect the opportunity to practice your individual coaching. You should expect to practice coaching with participants, and you should also consider and expect that you're going to practice coaching with other people. And then lastly, doing that training program or that training focus of whichever program you're looking to become certified through, there should be live coaching feedback that you receive as a coach trainee to let you know how you're doing, and there should be some mentoring through those coaching sessions, so that not only are you practicing your coaching, you're getting feedback on your coaching so that you can become better, and also to know if and how you're mastering the model and where you might need to make some adjustments so that you can be the best coach you can be. Also, I would add, in addition to that, that there should be a business building component. A lot of coach programs or instructions do touch on that, but they don't go deep into detail. And I say that's important because as someone who is doing becoming a certified coach or a certified Christian life coach for the purposes of business, if you don't have business savvy, or you've never owned a business, or you don't know how to form a business and put it together and run it, then you're going to have to then graduate with your certification and then start the process of learning that. Well, through our program, that is done simultaneously. but I'll tell you more about that in a second. So in addition to the things that I've shared from Webb and Collins, and just my own last piece that I shared about how to know which coach certification program is best for you, you should also take these practical considerations into account. Now, these are from Dr. Gary Collins, who I just love. I'm a huge advocate and follower and fan of Dr. Gary Collins. And one is that you should feel comfortable talking to the coach trainer and the coach instructor, the person that's going to be taking you through your certification. So do you have a warm and fuzzy? Do you feel safe with them? Do you have rapport? And I think that's very important, because most programs are anywhere from 3 months or more. Our program is 3 months. Some other programs are 6 months to a year. Some may be less, but I would be kind of concerned about that. Anything less than a month, I would be concerned about. So with that, again, do you feel comfortable talking to your potential coach instructor? Also, when you're interviewing them and you're asking questions so that you're making the best decision for you, you should listen for passion. You should listen for authenticity. You should listen for ego. So if they're making it all about you and not about them and not about you, then that's something that you should consider, because again, it should be all about you. Also, you should listen for their worldview. You should listen for their style and their manner of coaching, and also humor and attitude. But essentially, I would add to that, you should listen for the things that are important to you and that matter to you as the trainee. So those things, humor may not matter to you, it matters to me, because I want to have fun in addition to working hard, right? Also, I want a good attitude. I want someone that has a good attitude and that's flexible, but also is about business. So just listening for those things that are important to you and that you value again. Also, practical considerations you should consider are being aware of the questions the coach instructor asks you and how they're asked, because again, coaching is all about asking and listening, not telling. So that's important. And then also asking what's included in the cost of the course and the fees, as well as the time commitment that's required. Because I think a lot of times people come into programs and they don't necessarily, they do consider the cost, because everyone wants to know how much does something cost, but they don't think about the time cost and the time commitment that's going to have to come into play with that. And so you need to ask that, because that's going to inform how you might have to adjust family time, dinner time, other obligations, full-time work, if you already own another business. And so all those things, if you're in ministry, so all that is going to be taken into consideration. So let's just switch really quick and talk about the credentialing bodies for coaching programs. So there are 3, or actually 4, that I respect widely. One is ICF. I think that's the most widely known, and I've placed a website where you can just go check them out and look into what they're about. There's the CCE, which is the Center for Credentialing and Education, which is who we're credentialed through here at Breakpoint Coaching. There is the IAC, which is the International Association of Coaching, and there is Light University, which has a counseling arm as well as a coaching credentialing piece. All these organizations are incredible. They're all reputable. They're all widely known. And so really, when you think about a coaching program, you want to know, yes, is it credentialed, because that lends credibility to your degree. But also, I think just in terms of which organization you're looking that is the credentialing body for the school that you're considering is really a matter of preference. I'll tell you that ICF, I feel, is heavily weighted towards like business coaches and leadership coaches, executive coaching, that type of thing, and that's fine. Whereas CCE is more diverse in terms of the types of programs they credential, and ISC, of course, is specifically, not ISC, but Light University is specifically Christian focused. And IAC I'm not too familiar with in the sense of knowing a lot about what they do. I'm just familiar with, I see a lot of coaches that are credentialed through them and they have a good reputation. So I would share that just my considerations for you is, when you're thinking about becoming a certified life coach, specifically a certified Christian life coach, you need to think about your why. I recently did a video that I posted on YouTube, as well as a podcast discussing that, and then there's a free journal page that goes along with that I gave as a download for you to think about why you want to be a certified Christian life coach and your why. And when you marry that up with these considerations, should inform which program you should choose. And the credentialing, although important, I think is not the most important. I think it's important that your program be credentialed, but who you choose, I think should come from all of the things that we've talked about. Also the mission that God has given you, the vision, the calling, the focus, the target market, who you're called to. Now I want to tell you why you should choose us. Why should you choose the Breakpoint Coaching Collective for your Christian Life Coach certification? Well, let's go back over the 3 essential practices of an effective coach training program. 1, it should have live instruction. We offer live instruction. We offer a 12-week live coach instruction training. We have live instructors. We have faculty that walks with us. We offer coach-specific training. We've all gone through coach-specific training as well as an exam process. During the 12 weeks, there is tons of hands-on coaching with live clients, peer-to-peer coaching, mentor coaching, as well as discovery and practice. And then also live feedback is given. Also, we try to make sure that we're a safe space for all of our coaches that come through the program, and we are full of passion. We love what we do. We all feel led to serve God's people in their coaching vineyards, and my vision is to certify, equip, and train Christian life coaches for the work of their vineyard. And there's a scripture that covers that is in Luke, which says that the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. So that is my job, is to equip men and women in the body of Christ and in the world for their respective vineyards, so that they can go out and do what God has called them to do and serve whom God has called them to serve. Our worldview is faith-based. We are authentic. We believe in what we're doing. Our style and our manner is humorous, but it's definitely focused on getting the business done. And we have great attitudes, I feel. And we look for coaches that have great attitudes, that are flexible, but that don't mind leaning into the work of getting certified. Also, we are big on reflection and action cycles, which you'll learn more about if you join us. And we're all about asking, all about listening, not about telling. And then in terms of what's included in the fees, etc., you can find out more about that on my website at www.drpatricecarter.com. But I'll tell you that in addition to having a live coach instruction program that's 12 weeks, that Breakpoint Coaching Collective is also credentialed through the Center for Credentialing and Education. We are a approved board certified coach training provider with 60 hours of coach specific BCC training. And we meet all those essentials and more, and we're also very affordable. Most importantly, we're effective. Most importantly, we are effective, and I can say that with pride. Also, I'm excited to share, and I think you guys already know this, that we've launched an e-coach certification course that is just like the live course, but it's completely self-paced and mobile ready. So you can actually become certified from the comfort of your home and your bunny slippers, using your iPhone, your regular phone, your laptop, your iPad, or your computer, and you can access the course room, the online course room, from anywhere in the world. And again, our program's credentialed, 60 hours board certification training, and not only that, it's affordable and it's effective, and we meet all industry standards, and we're excited about it. So I just wanted to come by again and just share that with you, that as you're thinking about, again, becoming a certified Christian life coach, how you can know which program is best for you. I think we're the best, but hey, I'm biased. So if you have any questions or you want to reach out to me, you can do so through my website at www.drpatricecarter.com, or you can just drop a comment below or leave me a voice message through the podcast. Guys, thank you so much, and God bless you, and I look forward to connecting with you. Happy serving.